Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are talking all things Dr. Michael Obeng. This is Angela's plastic surgeon that caused quite the speculations happening from what we learned at the tell-all that he drove her home from a birthday party. Then we saw on Instagram and all other social media, Twitter, Reddit, it was everywhere, this post, and it was an old post from Dr. Obeng's ex-wife, Veronica, explicitly calling him out for his naughty behavior. So we're gonna touch on that. And then we're really gonna see that Dr. Obeng has a history of wanting to be in the spotlight. He has a history of being litigious when he thinks he's not getting a fair edit. And it seems that he equally loves medicine, in my opinion, and he has an equal love for a quest for stardom. So there's a lot to talk about with Dr. Obeng. Now, a little bit of background on Dr. Obeng. We do know this from seeing him on 90 Day Fiancé, but he is from Ghana. He came to the United States from what this article I read. Hold on one second. It was a Reality Knick-Knack article, and I'm going to link all my sources for this video down in the description, so don't worry about that. But he came to the United States when he was 20. He actually saw his neighbor get reconstructive surgery after following an acid attack, and that made him really interested in the field of plastic surgery in particular. So he came to the United States. He's actually Harvard trained. So this guy is no joke. He's extremely smart. And by all intents and purposes, he looks like he's very successful and very talented. But with his medical talents also comes, it seems like he's a philanderer from what we see with his, from what we hear from his ex-wife, as well as he might not draw a clear line between doctor and patient relationships. It seems like he really muddies the line there, and he has a history of doing that. So a little bit of backstory for everyone. Several years ago, I think this was around 2016-ish, Dr. Obeng and his wife Veronica appeared on an e-reality series called Second Wives Club. So this was featured his wife primarily. It followed his wife, kind of like a Real Housewives type format. And he actually ended up suing NBC Universal, which is the parent company, because he was not happy with the way he was portrayed on the show. And we're going to touch on that in a little bit. But it was around this time that Veronica discovered, so he already had affairs, and she had talked about that on the show. She had discovered that he was being unfaithful again, and she issued this public Instagram post, and this is what she had to say. Dr. Michael Obeng, had the pleasure of speaking to your mistress tonight for over an hour. As your wife, I can say was very hurtful to hear about all the threesomes and sex parties you all attended, and you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on her during the course of the last year. And now that I finally filed for divorce and you've done your best to completely eliminate me from your life and convince your colleagues and friends that you left me, I've been a wonderful mother to our 8 children. I've supported you through everything, and instead you choose to sleep with patients, spend all of your money on women, and ignore your family, your wife, and your vows. Please do tell your new practice manager that threatened to call the police on me today when I came to your office to pick up our child that she has no idea what you've put me through. Anyone that asks about me, please tell them that you offered to move me back to Oklahoma and give me $4,000 a month for all of our children, and told me I'm a gold digger and you wish you never met me, though you regularly sleep with prostitutes, patients, and my friends. 7 known affairs later, I finally get it through my head. Being married is something you're just not that into. She also hashtagged true love. Here is a clip from the reality show Second Wives Club that documents the crumbling of their marriage. Take a look at this.
My husband is married to medicine first. He's so busy I don't see him. But when I do, our conversations are always about Miko and employees and business. A few years ago, I found out that he had an affair. It was like something changed just overnight, and you feel connected, and then someone's distant. They start talking less.
You can actually water this, you know. Yeah.
So thank you, baby.
That's good.
I guess I reconciled it that it's the first time our relationship was ever really tested, and the fact that we survived.
So Variety magazine actually published an article in 2017 regarding the lawsuit that Dr. Obeng filed against NBC Universal. And this is what it had to say. And of course, I'll link it down below in the description. A Beverly Hills plastic surgeon on Thursday filed suit in an effort to block E! Entertainment from airing an episode of a reality show. And it's interesting to me that it says an episode, because you can go on YouTube and just put in Veronica Obeng, Second Wives Club, and she talked about their marriage and his infidelity several times on the show. So it wasn't just in one episode, but anyways, this was one in particular episode of a reality show saying that it set out to humiliate him and to break up his marriage. Michael Obeng says his wife Veronica agreed to participate in the show, originally titled Second Wives Club, in 2015. Obeng went along with the idea in hopes of promoting his business and because he thought it would spotlight their happy marriage. However, he says he quickly realized he had been misled. Obeng is also suing NBC Universal, the parent company of E! Entertainment. The suit seeks an injunction barring the network for airing or promoting the episode in which Obeng appears. One of my key takeaways from the Variety article was when they talk about the fact that Obeng agreed to participate in this show as a means to promote his business. And, you know, he's definitely not the first doctor or business owner to do that. We've seen Molly from 90 Day Fiancé her business has exploded, her lingerie company, from her appearance on 90 Day Fiancé and Pillow Talk and Single Life and all that. So definitely not uncommon, and definitely I don't think anyone's gonna sit there and judge. However, what is interesting is he sued. When you sue, it kind of in the industry makes you unhireable again. So I find it really interesting. And I don't know, I mean, this is easily Googled information. It's not hard to search this. You just do Michael Obeng lawsuit and all this information comes up. So I'm assuming Sharp Entertainment, TLC, had to know, yet they cast him anyways. I find that really interesting. Right before this premiered, this season of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After premiered, Dr. Obeng was in the news before he was really a household name as Angela's plastic surgeon. He was in the news as the Beverly Hills plastic surgeon that saved the woman who had Gorilla Glue stuck in her hair, if you guys remember. Let me just reference this TMZ article because I found it very interesting. This was from February 17th, 2021. So Dr. Obeng stepped in, or who we at the time was just like this benevolent plastic surgeon from Beverly Hills, stepped in, offered his services free of charge to this woman who had Gorilla Glue stuck in her hair. So apparently, it says Dr. Obeng, the plastic surgeon who freed Tessica Brown from her head full of Gorilla Glue, is reaping benefits for his good deed. He says patient inquiries are up 100-fold. The Beverly Hills doctor tells TMZ since Tessica's procedure last week, which he did gratis, his office has received over 5,000 calls asking about all sorts of surgeries, although most are unrelated to the glue removal. So clearly business is booming. He likes appearing on reality shows. He has this history of appearing on reality shows. Now he is hitching his ride to Angela Deem and he steps in as her plastic surgeon. Just take a look at this clip from part 1 of the tell-all that aired on Sunday night of Angela explaining how things weren't always strictly doctor-patient between her and Dr. Obeng.
Now, Angela, have you only seen Dr. Obeng at the office?
I went to his birthday party in California.
Oof.
You didn't know it? I thought I told you.
My producer is telling me that he drove you home.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
There's nothing.
If I was the one that did this, you cost me out, say all sorts of things, right?
You know, we saw Angela literally sexually harass Dr. Obeng when she went in for her consult for her breast reduction. So honestly, like, Dr. Obeng did great work. Angela really does look fantastic. However, like I've said in previous videos covering other reality shows, what you look like on the outside does not make up for having a trash personality. And we can all agree, Angela has one of the trashiest personalities ever. Just ever. So what I did find really concerning though is that Angela clearly never stopped smoking, and she went under anesthesia and went through many surgeries. She went through her sleeve, she went through a reduction, then she had a lift, and that is all extremely dangerous. And I just have to, I'm sure that these doctors didn't do anything illegal, and I'm sure she signed away all the clearances that she needed to. But is this the kind of promotion that you want to do? That I just am thinking to myself, like, this person that is clearly not, you're doing something to try to better someone's life who's trying to do things for their health, who's clearly not putting their health first. So it just seems insincere to me. So in that instance, I think maybe the fame is outweighing any kind of benevolence on his part. Additionally, I thought it was really concerning and interesting that he would invite Angela out to a party so soon. I mean, we saw her on the tell-all. She was fresh, I think, a week or so out from her breast augmentation. And she had previously gone to a birthday party for Dr. Obeng, in which case Dr. Obeng drove her home because she wasn't feeling well. Well, shouldn't she have sought some sort of emergency medical attention? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe he administered it to her himself, but maybe she needed to go to the ER or urgent care or something. But him leaving his own birthday party to take her home, and then when you couple that with all of the allegations that his ex-wife has levied against him, it just seems that he definitely blurs the line of appropriateness with his patients. And we know Angela is probably one of the most inappropriate people on the planet. So I don't know. I mean, we don't have any like conclusive evidence that anything happened between the two, but I mean, it does seem to me that Dr. Obeng is pretty willing to do a lot to get his name and recognition out there. So I don't know. I also think it was really interesting that he sued NBC Universal because he didn't want to look bad on TV. But then he signed up to appear on a TV show with Angela. And it's like, Angela, now I can't give people the excuse of, oh, maybe they've never seen the show, because Angela has literally been on this show forever. She's been on it for like 5 years at this point. So they had to have seen something at some point or seen how absurd she is. So that just doesn't fly with me as an excuse. But anyways, you guys, let me know what you think of Dr. Obeng and all of this saucy tea. Make sure you leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad. Take care, have a good one, much love.